It is evening now, and I ended up not making a video of the apple tree because we had quite a storm. So anyhow, just out wandering around. There's Boo. Before we call it a night, but I was down at the river. There's the beautiful apple tree. I guess maybe this apple tree would be my grandmother tree, since it's been here since I was a tiny girl, and my grandmother lived here, and now I live here. And I very often sit at this picnic table here, the computer, or tarot cards, or just reading, and the branches make a nice kind of little tent. So the dogs like to lay here and watch the road. Oh, there's Nadia and Boo. So I should shut those basement windows in case there's more storms tonight. Oh, there she is. It's a lovely, lovely apple tree. A very old, very gnarly apple tree. I don't know if I can get a... It's not thick, really, like some old trees, but this tree is older than I am, and I'm no spring chicken. Anyway, I'm going to go down and take a look at the mist on the river. I think it's probably about 8 o'clock in the evening. I'm trying to find a hazel tree. I think this might be a... No, the leaves are kind of hazily, but not the right growth pattern. Or something with... could it be? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that might be a hazel tree. Could it be? Doesn't have smooth bark, but I wonder. I think this might be a hazel tree. Well, that's lovely, because this hazel tree and this apple tree are right together. Oh, so beautiful. There's another apple tree, probably about the same age, around the front of the house. Or maybe I'll take a little video of it from the bridge tomorrow. Just a little stroll around. These fellas didn't have a long walk this afternoon, just this morning. The river's a little bit high, but not very much. But look at the mist. The mist down the river. So pretty. Little dog. Not a very big river, at least not this part of it. It does get bigger in some places, but just right here. Oh, that is very pretty. Very, very pretty. But I'm going to have to go inside because the mosquitoes are ferocious this evening. It's the forest. Sorry about that. I'm hitting mosquitoes and black flies. And all kinds of hooting and hollering down the river. I don't know where that could be coming from. Pretty quiet neighbors usually. Got more and more neighbors moving in who are cutting down the trees and turning the properties into very manicured, very suburban looking houses. But down here by the river, I leave all this long. Yes, it makes me sad. I wish people wouldn't move to the forest unless they loved the forest. Very misty evening. There's the apple tree. When I was a little girl, well, even not so little, right up until I was probably maybe in my 20s, my grandmother used to make apple pies from the apples in this tree and the other tree, and then my mother did too. But now the apples, I gather them up and put them in the forest for the deer. But they're not. They're not. I've been told that it's young apple trees that have the best apples, or maybe you have to prune them. I don't really know that much about that kind of gardening, food gardening for food. My expertise is so right up there, as you can see. The apple tree is all that is holding up that big limb from the soft maple there. And one day that is going to come down on this tent. So I plan to move this tent way over there, where that big tarped thing you see is the firewood. And there's a little door that you can see where we can put the firewood through to the basement. So I think I'm going to move that whole tent. It's going to have to be a team effort. I'm going to have to round up some help for that. And we'll move the whole tent over there to protect the firewood. And then if that branch that I'm almost standing under ever does fall down, then it won't wreck the tent. But it's been like that for over a decade. So still, my mother thinks that that should put my mind at ease, but to me it's like, well, it's, one day it's going to happen, and yeah, so I try and remember not to stand under it, just in case. Anyway, film the other apple tree tomorrow. This is where I sit when it rains. The dogs and I. Anyhow, goodbye for now.